So the thing that we have to look at, there are two major challenges in this Jal Shakti. One is getting the connections itself. So that will require a huge amount of firstly skilled staff to be able to do it, and not only first time implementation but the operation and maintenance of this large network, because as we know that our distribution networks in water supply are quite porous and there is a lot of unaccounted for water. We have almost 40-50% wasted water. Now we need a high quality network, and that network has to be maintained so that the wastage is reduced. So that is one, and for that we will need the skilled resources, like especially say the plumbers. We know that we are having a shortage of plumbers now itself, and with such a large scale of work, it is going to be a challenge. So of course it kind of gives an avenue for larger employment generation. So there has to be a focus on this training for skill development of the people who will implement this. That is one. And the second part is, of course, this cannot be done by government alone. The implementation, we will need to piggyback with private sector, and the private sector will be expecting assurance on returns on the investments that they make. Now of course the government can give direct payments to these companies, but there could be a kind of an innovative approach that can be adopted, and that is that we go for 100% metering, and bills are generated to every individual household, and households pay for that water, which is the cost plus model, and the government could decide that for certain households or for certain levels of supply or certain levels of consumption rather, the government does a direct benefit transfer reimbursement as soon as the households make the payment. Now this will lead to two good behaviors. One is that people will be trying to save. People will also know that the government is paying on their behalf, and the additional cost that will be borne by the government is expected to be set off in the future through efficiency gains, as we know that there will be a lot of savings in water treatment itself, because the quantity of water that would need to be supplied in a piped water supply where people are assured of water supply is much lesser than when there is intermittent supply. So that is one, and two is over a period of time people would also be willing to pay for it.